Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Mary Abbott Pugh. And Mary asks whether we always incarnate as human, or whether one can reincarnate as an animal, and whether we have any say in this. And my first answer to this is that it's my understanding that the incarnations of the soul run in a continuum from very simple organisms to very complex, and that the soul is constantly looking to stretch and to grow. Therefore, will always move from the simple to the more complex and never move backward. And therefore, I would think that either in the activities of the life or the physical nature of the incarnation, the next incarnation will always be more than the one that preceded it in terms of challenges and lessons and experience. And although I certainly don't believe that humanity is the most complex thing that will ever exist, I think it probably is at the moment, at least in this world, and therefore I would think that most likely if you are human, your next incarnation probably will be too, for some time until you've learned all the lessons that humanity has to offer, and then you'll find something more complex to be. But you won't find something less complex. And I would compare this to the education system. You might enjoy being in first grade, and you might be able to repeat it if you fail the lessons. But if you have graduated high school, you cannot then go back to first grade. For one thing, there'd be no point. It would be kind of weird. And so, if you have graduated into a complex incarnation, you're not going to go backward into a simple one. Now, having said that, time as we understand it does not necessarily have anything to do with the soul and its incarnations from its point of view. And so I would say that it is possible for the soul to look through the eyes of any of its incarnations, and that includes your own consciousness. Advanced adepts can sometimes look through the eyes of past lives or parallel lives, and I would think that that would be throughout the entire range of incarnation if the person is sufficiently advanced to do it. But that's not quite the same thing as reincarnating as that animal, but I do believe that the consciousness could be expressed through it for a limited period of time. Now, do we have a choice in how we incarnate? I believe we always do, at least within certain parameters. I don't think that anything comes to us against our will, but rather through the attachments that we carry. And I believe that before we begin a given life, we very much are involved in planning it out and in looking at what lessons we hope to learn in it. So I think we have a lot of choices, but they're always going to be moving forward to more complex things. And if you were starting college, you'd have many choices of what you wanted to study, but learning to print would not be one of them, or learning to color. However, advanced writing or artwork would be there. And I think that incarnation is very much the same way. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about. And until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Chicago. And if you like my daily vlog, you'll love my weekly radio program, The Pagan Pundit, every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern on the Pagans Tonight Radio Network at www.paganstonight.com. Join us as we discuss the witchness of the why, the nature of God, the universe, and everything, and bring your questions, because our show is driven by listeners' questions. I'll look forward to seeing you there, and until next time, may you blessed be.